How do you go about finding and booking clients?
Finding and booking clients?
Yeah.
It's really just having conversations with people and building relationships.
So you don't do any like big SEO email marketing blasts or like
No.
constantly
Paid
dropping
ads.
into DMs, walking into shops and saying, "Hey, I'll make you a video for $500."
Nope. Nope. Nothing. I've been doing this for more than a year. More than 10. Closer to 20. And actually, 2026 will be my 20th year.
Oh, that's awesome. Congrats.
But we'll see. Maybe I won't make it.
I'm gonna kill you before then.
Yeah, it's really just. I would not even say it's me. I think it's just being a good person and doing pretty good work and being fun to work with and maybe sort of kind
Yeah.
and not flaking out. Like, be the person that finds the solutions, not like, I don't know how we're going to do this. It's, we'll figure it out. And
So are you saying attitude matters more than...
honestly, you and I talked about this time. Like, we had a great team this time, and the client notices too. Like, they were just like, you truly have a great team, great to work with. And even if somebody on the team is like a little greener, that doesn't matter as long as they're willing to learn.
Oh, yeah. I would much rather take someone with almost no experience and a really good attitude than industry vet who's like amazing at their job. But
Well, good attitude, and they're hungry to learn. Like, they want to learn.
Yeah. Yeah, because not every person with no experience is going to have a good attitude. But people with a good attitude are typically going to be pretty quick to learn as well.
That's like this industry, and like at least us, the people that are
At our level.
successful. I'm not saying we're successful or not successful, but like we're always looking to learn. We're every shoot, every day, we're learning something new and trying to like bring that to our clients, and
Yeah, and
because we would do it whether we were paid or not.
yeah, and these aren't $1 million union productions or $100 million, whatever it is. We're at that $10,000 to $100,000 range.
Yeah.
Depending on the scale and scope of the project, which I think a lot of people like today with the way the industry is going would be ecstatic to be on $20,000, $30,000, $40,000, $50,000 projects that actually have a budget to at least like have crafty.
Some of those people though, like, not to talk bad about anybody, but some of those people that are used to it have egos about it, and
They struggle to come down.
it's I mean, the way our sets work typically is everyone kind of has a hand in several areas. Just
You have to swing. Yeah.
because we keep a team size, and if you're getting somebody that's like, if anyone ever says that's not my job, it's like that's not the person for our team at all.
You have to fully be like you'll typically stay within a department. Like you're not going to be like 1 second you're setting up a light and then the next second you're like doing makeup. No, but like you might have to be like, oh, can you help Tim as our G&E? Can you help him move a couple stands? Okay, well now the camera's set up. Are you willing to cam up once we actually start rolling?
Yeah.
And like that's a lot of work, but you get paid for it.
Yeah. Well, something to consider too. Like, I see people wanting to like PA on larger sets and stuff like that. That's one thing that my advice always to PAs and people trying to get into industry is just always be observing and seeing where there's a need and just try to do everything.
Yeah, I mean, I will say it depends on the size of the set.
Yeah.
When you get up to multi tens and $100 million productions, the ones I've been on, they do want you to stay in your lane. They want you to have a good attitude.
I get it.
But don't try to be like, oh, I'm gonna go hang out and like try to help up with the grips when I'm a PA. Like in that case, no. But like that's again, at least on the East Coast where we are, those productions don't really exist. Like they try to bring it back. I know they're in Georgia, but we're not in Georgia. Most of the productions we're looking, a large crew for a production here is like 7 people.
Yeah.
Like that's huge.
Yeah.
We're typically sitting around, if it's not just you and me, we're sitting around like 4.
Yeah.
And then maybe we bring in makeup or something as a 5th.
I think 4 with a hair and makeup is pretty good.
Yeah. So if you're on a crew of 4 or 5, then yes, you should be trying to be incredibly helpful and have a good attitude. If you're on a crew of 20, 30, you kind of have to stay in your lane. But there are ways to stand out there. I remember for years the recommendation was always like, if you're trying to like get noticed, having a good attitude still, really matters. Have snacks in your pocket for people.
Yeah. Like that's even like when it is just one or two of us. And I think clients appreciate this. Like if we're done setting up, like see what the client maybe needs help with. Like last week we were doing some stuff for a gala, and like we got finished setting up. And it's like, go help them put the flowers out on the tables or whatever.
Yeah.
Like to help them get their job done. Because really, in the end, like
that's how you get returning clients.
It's about building relationships.
Yeah.
And loyalty, and that's what keeps you in business long term.
Yeah. Well, it goes both ways. I think when we're hiring, like as we were already talking about with like attitude on set, when we're hiring, that's also what we're looking for. Like who's gonna take the people we call back are the people who went above and beyond and had a good attitude. And we'd be like, hey, can you go set out this light, or place this light stand at this location.
Yeah.
And then as soon as they're done, rather than like getting on their phone or going to do something, they come right back and they're like, okay, what do I need to do next?
Yeah.
And they actually like view themselves as part of the team. What you shouldn't do is pull out your business card.
Oh gosh.
If you're being hired by another production crew.
That's yeah. With me, again, loyalty with clients, people we hire, loyalty too. Like if you're coming on set and we deal with this with other people that bring us in to help on their productions.
Yeah.
Like when we're hired to help a production company, like we become one with that production company.
You are that production company.
Yeah. We're not like, they're like, oh, hey, you're doing a good job with this production. Like, what if we need other videos? You're like, well, talk to this person.
Yeah.
Like we're here for.
Yeah, and then we've been on a couple productions where we're setting up. Someone comes in because they're doing a quick interview and they see the setup. They do their interview like, oh, we really need this for our business. Like, can we work with you guys? And then we're just like, oh yeah, go talk to our producer with X business that we're currently working with.
Even if you're hungry for work, man, because
now you're gonna get more work from the people who hired you.
When we see like you're loyal. When we bring you on and you're loyal and you're like, you're going to keep getting hired. But if you're like trying to snake a job from a job you're on, you're literally not going to get hired by that crew again.
Yeah. You're not going to get hired by the crew, and maybe you get this client for, $1,000, $2,000. Great. But like you're then, you're doing that work solo, and yeah, sure, you're making more money on that singular project.
Yeah.
But you're not working as often. It's kind of how you have to look at it. Like, if you're working with the crew who's actively working, the more work you bring that crew as you being part of that crew, the more you're going to work with them, the more money you're going to bring in. So it's one of those, like, you need to look at the bigger picture beyond just like, how much money can I make on my day rate if I'm the person who got hired? How much money can I make on my day rate if I'm not responsible for the client, but I'm being hired constantly? Because, like, I don't know. What I see a lot of the time with people who are green is they're trying to build a client base. They're trying to build, their name and their business, and they'll come in, they'll try to steal a client. And sure, they can work with that client if it's a smaller client, and, they might be doing a couple $1,000s in business rather than, the tens that another group might be doing. But they're doing it all solo, and it takes way more of your time. And if you actually go hourly, you're making less money when you have to do the editing yourself, filming yourself, the production yourself. And sure, you have a bigger check at the end of it. But what you could have done instead is if you were supporting the team that hired you, where you got this client, you could, I only worked, 3 days at $400, $600, $800, depending on, what your role is, if you're green or not.
Yeah.
But now also 2 weeks later, you're being brought back and you're making another couple $1,000s on the next production instead of being blacklisted.
Yeah.
Also just like etiquette in general.
Yeah.
It looks bad.
Yeah.
Not only are you like being disrespectful to the person who hired you, now the client's like, wait, who did I hire?
Yep.
I've witnessed that happen before where they're like, oh, we're working with, Keys Across Media or Today Creative, and then someone's like, well, here's my card if you need work, and it's like, wait, who are you?
Yeah.
Like,
it makes everyone look bad.
Yeah.